Here is a remarkable clip you may not have seen from 2020 of Sinn Féin leader Mary Lou McDonald being unfairly mocked and ridiculed for speaking absolute common sense on the demographic crisis and the pension time bomb that society is facing. For those who aren't aware of this issue, many studies have shown that the world, far from being overpopulated, is in fact experiencing a catastrophic demographic collapse. In short, people are not having enough children to sustain social services like the pension system into the future, and this birth rate collapse across the world is set to have potentially disastrous consequences for societies. If you're a young person like me, for example, you could easily find yourself in a situation where you get to retirement age and having paid into the pension system your entire life, you're then told that there's almost nothing there for you because there are no young people coming up behind you in the workforce who can then support you in the same way that you supported other people in their old age. You paid for the previous generation's pension, and then when you get old, there's nobody there to help you. This is a huge problem which countries around the world are trying to grapple with in various ways. And one of the most obvious and natural ways to help mitigate this problem is that countries around the world are looking to increase birth rates and encourage people to have bigger families. Mary Lou McDonald, to her credit, proposed just such an idea, and she was laughed at and mocked in the general election debate in 2020.
So in other countries that face a demographic challenge, because we know we need to keep the social insurance fund buoyant and so on, and we need to keep the economy active, people understand that if younger people can put a secure roof over their head, if they can access affordable childcare, if, in other words, you give them a chance to live, to thrive, to work here on this island, then the demographics follow.
OK, so you're encouraging people to procreate.
Oh, absolutely. Well, listen, I think I meet people, David, I'm sure you've met them yourselves, who tell you that they have postponed or even decided not at all to start a family because they can't get accommodation.
Subsequently, one Fine Gael campaign advisor had to apologise for making fun of the Sinn Féin leader, calling her Mary Lou McDonald on Twitter because she was encouraging people to procreate. I myself asked then Social Protection Minister Heather Humphreys about this very issue in 2022. This is the Social Protection Minister, i.e. the person who's responsible for Ireland's pension system, and she looked at me like I was some kind of deranged lunatic for even asking the question.
Firstly, when it comes to the pension crisis, of course, demographics and an ageing population are a major part of that problem. And the long-term solution to that is to increase birth rates, which many other European countries are attempting to do, like France and Hungary. So my question is, what steps are your government taking to make it easier for Irish citizens to have bigger families, if any?
Well, I think, to be fair...
I then asked her again a year later and got a similar befuddled reaction.
We have any measures, like I think France is also doing something in the area of encouraging people to have bigger families and things like that, Hungary and other countries in Europe like that. Are we doing anything like that?
Well, no, not that I'm aware of, but we do have the child. Yeah, we have other things as well. We have parents' benefit payment, and we have but look, I'm not aware of any initiative in terms of increasing the. I think actually, if you look at the statistics, sure, the population is increasing. It's increased in every single county across the country in the last census.
Of course, when she says the population is increasing, she's referring to the massive rate of immigration, which is not exactly a solution to the problem. Of course, many immigrants will work and contribute to the pension pot, but many others don't, and all of them will get old like the rest of us and have to be supported by the state eventually, which just brings us back to square one. So I just think it's remarkable that these ideas were being talked about as far back as 2020, and the people were being openly ridiculed for having the temerity to say the patently obvious.